Welcome to Taiwan Podcast. I'm your host, Sunny. Today we have our special guest from Colombia, and her name is Maria.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sunny, for having me here today.
Yeah, so you can introduce yourself.
Okay, everyone. My name is Maria. I am from Colombia. I'm actually a teacher and, basically teacher and art in coffee and Spanish as well. And
So she teaches Spanish, art. Also, she's a painter.
Oh, yeah.
She studied art. Also, she's a barista. She can make coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, very talented. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today we will talk about your art. But before that, I wanted to ask you, how many years you have been in Taiwan and why you are in Taiwan?
Okay.
What brings you here?
It's a long story.
Okay.
The thing, I'm in Taiwan since 2018. Yeah, since
Like
2017. So it should be like 6 years, 6-7 years already. And why I ended up in Taiwan, I think is more. I always say is because it's faith. It's not because I look at for coming to Taiwan, but more like life introduced me Taiwan and bring me here by, I don't know, yes, by fate. Because I was in my country, I was having like a hard time trying to look what I'm going to do with my life, what I'm going to do next. And I got to meet, thanks to another educator, another teacher, to meet a Taiwanese person. And this person one day told me, like, I was telling this person about my struggles or what, like, about my situation, and the person like, what do you don't try to go to Taiwan? They are offering some kind of
So that is a Taiwanese friend?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Taiwanese friend. And I say like, okay, why not? And my friend say that, okay, I can help you to get all the papers done, to check and try to help you to get all the papers and everything. And I say, okay, I have anything to lose. So I submit all my papers and I got the scholarship. And yes,
is that a scholarship for study Chinese?
Yes, it was a scholarship. Yes, because initially I was just coming to study Chinese because I have a lot of interest in Asian culture in general. So because in Taiwan, in my country, in Colombia, I also did some kind of not classes, but like exposition or talks about Asian culture. And I say, okay, if I can get in touch directly with Asian culture, it should be nice, and I can learn a new language because I like it. But I never thought I was to end up here and live for so many years in Taiwan.
Are you nervous at the time?
That time, I was not nervous about coming to Taiwan, but I was nervous about how I'm going to live, because in Taiwan I have no one. Yes, like I don't have friends, I don't have anybody. So because the Taiwanese friend I met in Colombia is still like in during that time was still living in Colombia. And yes, so that person was still in my country, and I come here like alone, a little bit nervous, a little bit, but not about not about security or something like that, but about like how I'm gonna do to start from zero in a new country.
So how was your experience?
First year was really tough, really tough, because since I have small savings, but very small, and I come here and started to study Chinese and go with the scholarship and everything, but legally you cannot have a job or something like that until you get
student visa.
Yeah, not student visa, but you cannot with the learning Chinese visa, you cannot get a part-time job.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I needed to
have a degree.
Yes, and so I was obviously have no contact with any part of the Taiwanese culture, and I was really trying to adapt myself and looking more for getting like not to lose the scholarship, to have a good fun, how to say that in English, good scores in Chinese, because this also depends, no? Like if you are a bad student, if you only take this visa or this scholarship to travel and like ignore it, the government can cut the scholarship because your grades are bad or you are not attending the school. So I really wanted to be a good student, etc., etc. So it was like difficult. The first years were really difficult.
How about other aspects? Food, life, people?
Or like maybe it's because I have this open mind into accepting everything and having this power of adaptation. And for me, it was really easy to adapt to the food. But I know for a lot of people experience in the Latino community, like the food in Taiwan for Latino people is tasteless. No taste, no 没有味道.
No taste?
No taste at all. Like it's like Taiwanese. The food doesn't have any taste.
What?
Yes. This is like the
what's the main
gossip.
Point? Not salty enough, or not sweet enough, or
no,
not spicy
nothing.
enough.
Nothing. Like no spicy, no sweet, no nothing.
What?
Yes, it's like no flavor.
Okay.
Yes. So if for Latino people, they say like regularly they need probably 3 months to get used to the food, like to appreciate the flavor of Taiwanese food or the textures of the Taiwanese food. But for regular, for Latino, is a no. It's like, but for me, 1 week after I arrived to Taiwan, I really liked Taiwanese food, and I really and during the first 3 months, I tried like chow tofu, and I tried this bingan, the black egg.
Oh, like 猪血.
No, the egg. The egg that is black.
皮蛋. Yeah.
And I tried that one. I tried many things, and I liked everything almost. Yes. So it was for food. It's okay. And people, I think I didn't have so much interaction with Taiwanese, because at the beginning when you enter
Chinese program,
you have foreigners only. Yes. And thankfully I was lucky thanks to a Mexican friend that was taking also it was my tongxue, was my my tongxue in the class. He knows a lot of Taiwanese people that are doing a linguist exchange, so I get to meet some Taiwanese that by today they are still my friends. So maybe I don't know so much Taiwanese people, but the people that I know, we have been friends since I came the first time. Not so many, but good quality.
So overall, you enjoy Taiwan and you like Taiwan.
From the first, yes. From the I come, as I said, I have no plans to come to Taiwan at all, and Taiwan for me was like I have no idea about Taiwan, because yes, is from my background. I have no expectations in like to be living abroad anytime in my life. I was yes.
And you like Colombia a lot too, no?
I like my country, but how to say, like, because of my background, I never. I think it's also for Taiwanese people, like if you get to live abroad, it's like something that tells you are successful in something. Like, yes, it's an event that tells you like success. Yes, if you get to live in another country. But for me, it was not like I was not supposed to live in another country, because like for me also traveling to another country, it was almost impossible, like because my background and everything is like, okay, only in your city, and that's it. So this opportunity, it was a huge change of life for me.
Okay.
Even if I started from zero and I had many struggles at the beginning, this was like the chance to get something better.
But you enjoy Taiwan for like the culture, or it seems there are different things here that really make you enjoy this country and you feel like to stay here, right?
Oh yes, after 3 months I decided I want to live here. Absolutely, yes.
Because, so why you feel like that?
First, because I think Taiwan and my personality really look alike.
What?
Like why? Taiwanese personality.
More shy.
It's a little bit quiet. It's shy.
Yeah,
it's
compared to Latin.
Yes, Latinos are crazy people. Yes, so that's why I think like many Latino people get it like.
So you when you were still in Colombia, you seemed too shy, right?
Yes, in Colombia I'm super shy. I'm a boring person in my country. So yes, absolutely. And here I am, in comparison for Taiwanese, I am a little bit wild. Yes, so
and not too shy.
Not too shy.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, but in my country I'm extremely shy. I'm extremely like quiet. I'm extremely like.
Yeah. So you feel comfortable about the way people socialize here?
I have some cultural shocks. Like for example, something that maybe two things like I think like is a bit weird. Is like, for example, in Latino culture, do you need to wait till, if you're eating in groups, do you need to wait till all the people food is in the table to start to eat? So when you see the Taiwanese doesn't wait to the other people and start to eat immediately, it's like, oof. It's like, a little bit bully now. But yes.
But overall, the way I think Taiwanese people have a lot of manners. We are very courteous and polite.
Yes.
So that's the part that you enjoy, right?
Yes, exactly.
More distant and respectful.
Yes.
And quiet.
But at the same time, it's like me as a shy person. An introvert person. I think the other thing, like, because I know Taiwanese are also shy and polite and everything, they have a little bit of bad side, because in Latino culture,
more direct.
Is direct, and they need to, they help you to introduce you to many people. And in Taiwanese, when you are for one person in a group of people and you don't know anyone, regularly the person who invites you is the one who introduces you to the new people. But this rarely happens.
Yes.
And I think it's like, okay, so who is these people who I'm going to interact with them? It's like, for me, it's really weird. Okay. Yes, because I know this is polite, but it's like in Latino people's politeness, shanfa is like, okay, if I am here for my friend, but my friend have a bunch of friends that I don't know them, so why my friend is not helping to introduce me to these people or introduce them to me so I can start like a conversation or something like that? And the thing you say, like Taiwanese doesn't like to say things directly, and Latino people or Western people in general
more direct,
super direct. They say, I don't like because this, or I like it because this.
But overall, you feel like you fit in here and you get along with the culture well.
Yes. I get along with the culture super quickly.
And food, everything.
Yes, and people like the manners outside, like I don't know,
really
like
safe.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I how to say? I think is the first advantage or the first thing like many Latino people notice is how safe is Taiwan. And is the main reason many people stays, because of the safety, because we really appreciate the safety. I have a really strange a story. The thing is,
before that, let's talk about map. So
Okay.
Taiwan is here, and
Yes.
Colombia is
it's around
there.
here and under my country.
How you flew to Taiwan the
okay.
first time?
Okay, wait, sorry.
You're
It's
from
very interesting.
Colombia.
So during the time, I flew like 3 or 4, I don't know.
Layover.
3. So first one is from Bogota to
your capital.
Dallas, Texas.
Okay, yeah.
And from Dallas, Texas, I went to Tokyo.
Oh, Japan.
To Japan.
And then to
Tokyo,
Taiwan.
and then to Taiwan.
Oh.
It's like 3 days a week. 3 days trip.
Oh, okay.
3 days trip. Yes.
And that's your first time to go abroad, right? No?
Not is my second time, because my first time it was to Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
They would only hear just like the
nearby
country. Yes, but this is my first time like tanda going abroad.
It's really far.
Yes. Yeah. Super far.
Okay, so you say you have a story about.
Oh yeah, my first day in Taiwan was really funny, because talking about the security or safety in Taiwan. Like, no, when you live in Latino countries, you have some kind of habits you develop to keep your security. Is, for example, like I have my backpack in front of me all the time, especially when it's crowded places. You get your backpack in front, or if you are in public transportation, you get your backpack in front of you. Yes, and after, you always keep your backpack with you. So you don't, even if you are in a safe area in the city or in a safe area in the country.
Yeah, because I think the safety issue is very famous in South America.
Yes, but
like everyone talks about how dangerous that is.
But it's not the dangerous you think about. Is another kind of thing, because like if South American countries were so dangerous, many people will not be living there day by day.
Yeah. So
it's like, it's like small things or small areas that people get like aware of. And for example, yes, as I say, it's like, okay, I'm gonna put my stuff in front of me, and this is an habit that you automatically get when you are in your country and living your life regularly. And the first time I got into a Taiwanese restaurant, regular 小吃, and I sit down, and I was with 2 people that my Taiwanese friend in Colombia have a friend to help me to receive me the first day only, or to help me to introduce me to things about Taiwan. So I have this person that helped me the first or second day only to get
familiar.
Yes, with the country.
Yeah.
And I say, okay. So the first time I arrived there, the first day, I meet this person, I meet this guy, and we went to Xiaochi to eat something. Yeah. And with this, they were just giggling and just talking about everything. And I wanted to get to the counter to check some food, to check what I want to order. And I stand up with my backpack in front of me, and they say like, why you are living with your backpack? And say like, it's like, no, they say like, no, leave it there in the table. Like, no, I don't want to leave the backpack in the table. Say yes, nothing is going to happen. It's like, it's my habit. And they say, but slowly after 6 years, I get used to, and I leave my things like, yes, I'm more like relaxed with that now.
Okay. So after your Chinese program, you also apply for a degree, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you were studying in university for like a 4 years art program. Yeah.
So, okay. So the thing I wanted to study in Taiwan mostly because of the artistic perspective. Because in my country and in Western countries, it's difficult to find Asian techniques like Shomo or 书法.
Oh,
Yes.
if you want to learn Asian art, it's
Yes.
difficult to find.
It's in my country, absolutely, yes. So I wanted to have this new perspective, to learn about the materials, to learn about like the techniques, etc., etc.
So talking about art, talking about being a painter, is that you started to know that you want to be a painter when you were young?
When I was like 6-7 years old,
You like painting?
I decided not to be an artist, but I wanted, like my desire is to draw pretty. I wanted to draw beautiful things. Not to be an artist, but I wanted to do this. And after I grew up, and when I get to junior high.
So you always paint
by
yourself?
And draw by myself, and I started drawing in science class. Like, you know, when you're in science class, you get to draw the animals and you get to draw the small things. Mm-hmm. So I started to practice drawing this. And my teachers like it. They say, you put a lot of effort. And it's so beautiful. So I say, okay. So my science teacher encouraged me to continue to draw and to paint.
But you never get training before, like when you were younger, you paint by yourself? Or?
Yes. But probably I only once asked my parents to pay me for extra education, but it was when I was already decided that I wanted to be an artist.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was when I was in my third year of junior high. I say, like, my parents, I want to enter an academy. I want to have a course to help me how to draw or to get better.
So your family also support you in
this? At the beginning, they take it as a hobby, like, and this girl, like,
really enjoy that.
Okay. Yes. So, but I needed to ask many times. It's like, so insistent. And I take a course for probably 9 months, 10 months.
So since you were that young until now, you're always really into painting and art and very determined.
Yes, determined. Wow. Yes. From my first interaction with art, it was, as I said, 7 years old, kind of.
Wow. So so during your time in Taiwan, you have chance to learn all this Asian, like Chinese materials and techniques. And how you feel about learning art in Taiwan compared to when you were in Colombia?
It's very different. Because I think the focus in Taiwan is more about the skills and the technique a little bit, but not about the
ideas.
Yes, it's not about the
techniques.
No, not about. It's how to say. Is not teaching you about, I don't know, the past, or because also I took some classes in here in Taiwan about Taiwanese art history and Western art history, but it is very plain. They doesn't tell you very much about, like, what is the thought about these people and how people are taking these masters from the past and use it in things today. Is like not very into the cultivation of your critical thinking. Is more about the aesthetics of it, more about the aesthetics and not about the message, or not about how to, like, effectively take what you think to your hand, whatever, if it's a message only for you from your life, or is a message regarding social things or bigger things. Yes.
So also for yourself, can you share about when you were younger, how you feel about painting and why you were trying to paint, and then I think, like, as you're growing up, what kind of art that you are focused on, and also your process of being in Colombia, in Taiwan, and now your focus on art?
Okay, so my focus on art have changed a little bit because at the beginning, when I was a child, was science, like doing
Trying to be like very real.
Not real, but cute animals or plants.
Cartoon.
Yes, a little bit. Yes, because I was a child, like doing like realistically for me, it was a little bit boring. So I wanted to make it like kawaii, like cute and like with bright colors and a lot of different, I don't know, accessories. I don't know. It was cute, mostly of my childhood. And when I think after I started to be interested in Asian culture and anime and manga, this culture from Japan. So my focus changed from animals to human bodies and like how to draw people. And
is that still when you were still in Colombia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It was maybe when I was 12 or 13 years old. And I started to focus, and I hyper focus in Japanese culture and this kind of stuff. And I wanted to really do a manga style, anime style.
Wow.
But I was not very good at it, but I didn't care. Like that's why I asked my parents to help me to get this extra education to know how to draw, etc., etc. And after I graduated, I think my focus changed again because in university I started to see more stuff related to fine art in Europe and fine art in Western countries in general, in Mexico and this kind of stuff. But I liked a lot of the religious art, like not only about Christianity, but a lot of Hinduism, a lot of different arts in religions, and the symbology and like the deep stories behind it is like what like did a click on me, and I started to focus more into these not cute things, but more like ugly. Serious, because if you really pay attention to many of the things in Christianity and different religions, they have like the gods and everything are not like, so cute.
It's holy and evil.
Yes.
All kinds of spirits.
But also the holy have really dark stuff.
Yeah.
Like you see like Jesus
gods.
And you see like Jesus suffering with a lot of blood on it. Okay. And you see many Hinduism gods. They have a lot of arms and they have like different, like it's not super holy.
Okay.
After all, yes.
Not just beautiful, but
yes.
different kind of
yes
materials.
Yes.
Okay, and then after that.
In Taiwan, when this was my whole part during my university years and after my university years. And when I come to Taiwan, I think it didn't change 100% again. But in Taiwan, I noticed how people focus a lot into the cute stuff and calm stuff and like, yes, super pretty or like innocent and like vanilla, like really like innocent stuff. Be in not only in the style but also like the
daily life.
Yes, daily life, and like I started to see. Yes, but something that it called very much my attention and I think is very positive is like I see many adults, many women adults and men adults that they don't hide what they like.
Oh, okay.
Yes, like for example, I can see women's cars full of stuffed animals, and I see a men's car that they put stickers about anime girls outside, or in the motorbikes they personalize it.
So you won't see that in Colombia?
No, because first this is only for
children.
Yes, it's only for children, and supposedly after you grow up after you finish your university, you need to cut all of this, and you are an adult, so you are prohibited to like everything that you like it as a children, or maybe to hide it, because I know many friends of mine that live in Colombia that still like what I like, and they have these geeky kind of tastes, like to like cartoons or like this old stuff. They have regular jobs, but they hide what they like a little bit. When we are with another friends, of course they use, I don't know, t-shirts, or they wear different stuff that say, I like this or I like that, but no in their jobs, no in their adult life.
But I think the color or style in South America is more colorful and very freestyle.
Yes,
and
freestyle,
very kind of strong, and but it's I can read like that. The style is kind of far away from cute. Yeah. Also, people. I think I kind of feel like people from South America has the most tattoos. Compared to other country. They really like tattoos.
Yes. But I think still, like, even if the clothes are very colorful and the patterns are really like bright, still is not like, how to say, cute. To like, not cute, but like drawings, like cartoons.
Yes.
This is not allowed. If you like some rock music bands, this is more normal now. In the past was not very normal, but it's more normal now. But to like this kind of drawings, or
people would judge you there. I see.
Or if you have like small wawas in your backpack, they're going to judge you too. Yes, like super bright colors, dress whatever you like, but no childish stuff.
But you like it, and you feel happy that you can do that here.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Here I was super happy because I was able to show all my repertoire of...
But now if you go back to Colombia for like holiday, will you wear like that?
Look like...
or you would try to wear like Colombians more?
No, because in Colombia I was the woman who wears weird stuff too. Okay. People used it to look at me weirdly in the street.
Okay.
Yes, before, but
because you like to wear black, right?
Yes.
And people don't wear that.
Yes.
Black.
Yes. But yes, even my style in my country is a little bit weird, and it's not. Yes, you normally not see my style. So yes, weird in Colombia and a little bit weird here too.
But are you going to, when you go back to Colombia for visit, where you wear those cartoons and those?
Yes, of course, I don't care.
You do it.
Yes, they don't pay for it. So yes, they don't pay for my clothes. They don't pay for it. So if they want me to dress normally, so give me the money to change my, and like, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're sure, and so what are you focused now of your painting after the religious focus?
Right now, I'm
or what are you trying to deliver, or what's in your mind when you are, creating your art?
Yes.
And how you think about being an artist?
Okay, what I'm trying to create now is I'm trying to challenge myself to be more open about monsters, but horror stuff. Like I like to appreciate like horror movies and like monsters and like things like people make feel uncomfortable.
But why you start to focus on monsters?
Oh, I think because I think what I'm about to say, maybe not many people will understand what I say. Also, my teachers and part of my family also asked me similar questions. But no. Yes. Because something that make me figure out like I have some kind of fixation, or my focus on art was really in the ugly things, was when I was in my country in one of my in the job before I came to Taiwan. I got one coworker that we are having this kind of conversation similar what we're having today, like the boss and the people in the job thinks like you are a little bit like dark, or like you are not the same taste as sama. And this person asked me a question about like what do you think, or I don't remember what the question, but this is like what is your relationship with life and what is your relationship with death. And for my relationship with death, I have many things to say, but when this person asked me about my relationship with life, I have not much to say.
So you actually, what did you say about this?
I don't remember very well because it was during a break time in my job.
But why you have so much idea, so many ideas about this?
Because I experience people that I love dying since I was a child. So I have experienced death.
What is death in your life?
Since I was a small children and I was in my teens and experienced more people dying around me. And also when I was in that job, one of my co-workers died while I was working there. So I have a lot of experience with people dying around me.
Oh, okay.
But I started to see, since the first person that I witnessed to die, I have this feeling of death should not be something to be scared about, or is not something it's something very complex that we need to make peace for it, even if it's a tragic death or if it's a peaceful death, because people die in very different ways. And for example, what this co-worker that I had died in the span of 3 weeks. Like, yes, this person was healthy, and 3 weeks later, it's gone. This person have a disease that nobody knew about. And it was autoimmune disease. So it's like this person, when they have like the defense really low, a small cold can be really serious for this person.
But the person know that.
Yes, this person knows about the her illness, but nobody, people know. So it was like, okay, we're having this in the span of 3 weeks. Yes, super happy person, lovely, everyone. We all love this person, and 3 weeks later, it's gone.
Wow.
Yes.
So you have more experience and think about death.
So after I got this question, I got the realization like I focus more into the dark parts
of life,
but not in an evil way, because also my teachers, also here in Taiwan, my graduation project teacher was, why you don't make things more happy? Why is always people suffering? Why is something about something dark?
So you answer more about what is your relationship with death, and you realize that you cannot really answer the question of what is your relationship with life. And then this make you start to realize that actually you focus a lot about the dark side of human lives.
Yes, but not the dark side about human life, but in a different sense, more in the sense of appreciation, and not in the sense of, how to say, because the dark part of a human can be interpreted in a different ways. I am not telling about hurting another people or like to be a criminal or to this kind of stuff, but to see like we as human beings, we have our good sense, our bad sense. We are going to we're going to hurt people's feelings even if we don't want to, or we are always going to suffer because of another person, and maybe the other person doesn't want to hurt us. Yes, it's like, and that doesn't mean like we are 100% good people and 100% evil. It's not just part of like we always try to reject the darkness in the life, but make peace with that part of us, like to understand we are not perfect and we are not going to be an angels too. Yes, but everyone really focus into this only to embrace the light or the embrace the cool part of life, or like to be really, I don't know how to say and to try to apparent to be a good person and to take care of other people, but not actually. Maybe you have been or in touch with this kind of people that says a lot of stuff about being good, being in touch with the light, or to be really spiritual person, positive, yeah. But it's toxic positive. And in real life these people tend to be not good person, and they only focus on themselves, or just try to, they don't really help another people, even if they say I am light, I am yeah. But it's like, from my perspective, is like also the darkness, or like the
have you read about Jung's theories? Because the very famous psychologist Carl Jung,
no,
his theories about human psychology is a lot about shadows, right? Like if you, so a lot of problems, according to what I understand about his theory, a lot of problems of human life is from the shadow that we try to put aside. So like when a person grow up, you have everything opens up. Like you might have this personality, or you might grow into this personality, but your environment might shape you into one side. Like you have to be very, very tough, or you have to be very, in certain way, and then the other part of your personality will be suppressed, and that will be your shadow. So for example, if someone who is very mature, but when that person sees someone childish, that person might feel really, really uncomfortable. But then might comes from the shadow, because that person cannot do that in his life. He suppressed that part. So in Jung's psychology theories, we are trying to see and to embrace your dark side. So anyway, just somehow related to you.
Yes.
Also, in this series is really cool, because sometimes we believe that we have to push ourselves to improve. Like, I want to be more this and that. But according to Jung's psychology theory, what you should do is to look back into the shadows, and you will be more integrated.
Also, yes,
and you can be more, more like a fully person. Yes. When you can accept your wildness, your negative. Yes.
I think it also have to do with understanding yourself and taking therapy, going to therapy, because I think we all of us have learned, like, you always need to be growing up and better and better, but it's impossible, because we all learn in this way, like sometimes a little bit and then go down and then go up and then go down. And it's like to understand, like, everyone should be down and ups again and go down and ups again. Like, there is no a linear way of learning and going better.
So this kind of dark side, or like monster, this kind of stuff, it's now still your focus on your art.
Yes, but the thing is, like, I believe I am still a little bit contained. Like, I'm still don't want to reveal 100% to what is the art, what I want to make, like, to be like more explicit, because my art, you can see the darkness on it, but I still believe is not. I want to add a little bit more horror, like yes, like things like when you see it, you feel more uncomfortable, and you make you feel like ugh, like this.
Yeah.
But I still believe I still need to have the courage to do it. I really want to, but I still need to have to make me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not because about what people is going to say, but because if I want to put it in paper in a way that I like.
You once told me that artist is very important for showing society perspective of lives, and sharing a real artist is someone who cares deeply about the society, and you use your art to deliver your ideas.
Yes, but
yeah.
Okay. With the society is, I think, we as a society in general, we don't really care about how art impacts our life and how art is everywhere. And because like our brains is always think about looking at art as something to get entertained. And
Do you think this is a same situation in Colombia and in Taiwan?
In Colombia, not so much. And because I believe in Latin America, we also have this social conscience, like in Latin America, because we have to struggle so many things, it's difficult to find some cultural product that is totally apart from society. That yes, people in Latin America are more connected with their history, and like cultural products are more into helping society issues and stuff. But the thing is, like, I think the problem goes into people supporting different arts, thinking about art as it's something that is crucial to all of us. Yes, because like arts can be many things. Yes, arts can be not only someone who paints a canvas, but also is a poet. These like traditional arts are more are for the regular people are not so important anymore. Like a person who exposes in a gallery, a person who writes poems, a person who composes traditional music are not as important because all our focus goes now into big corporate entertainment, right? Like going to watch Netflix or to listen to podcasts as we're doing today, or going to I don't know, the exhibition that is popular right now.
Mainstream.
Yes, the mainstream.
So you feel like people, a lot of people are not paying enough attention to art, and how art is so powerful in our lives.
Yes, like people think like, I think the our life is so quickly and goes so into
Okay, so if you talk about this topic and related to your teaching in a school, because you are a teacher in school, so what are you trying to do in your class to make students to realize that art is so important, or how you handle your class?
Yes, okay. So the thing with what I say, or what you say about the mainstream is like, in our society we only want to consume art. That means series and movies and music. Do we want to consume it used to get relaxed or to turn off our brains after after a day of work? We are so tired.
It's like a cultural thing. I mean, we grow up like this and we get used to that. When you open TV and you are get used to be feeding, society give you all that, and then we get used to all these movies and songs and all this popular.
Yes. But we only want to or people. What I see is many people in some countries, and one of these should be Taiwan, is people really want to get relaxed, and is the only purpose of art to get relaxed, and to chill. Like if it's a product of entertainment that is challenging your mind or challenging your conception of another people or another culture or our own society or government or whatever, people tend to don't like it very much because it's too challenging.
I know what you're saying.
Yes, and for example, linking this to my job as a teacher, the thing with my students is like, and I think people in general too, because my students are going to graduate and they're going to be adults one day, and they are going to have the same thinking. That is like the only way to appreciate art, or the only part of art, is doing pretty drawings and drawing good, or to have lights and shadows correctly. But this is not my focus in art, because I have my rules in my class is like, if you don't draw pretty, I don't care. As long as you have something to say, and as long as you connect your drawing with your thoughts,
your ideas,
is what I want.
You once told me you will teach your students about like pattern, style, that like you might not be aware of what you wear every day. I remember you told me about you try to teach your students about patterns, style in daily life, like what we wear, what we use, what we consume every day. We might be aware of all this is like it's from certain country, from certain culture, and we get used to that.
Yes, yeah. Like for example, all the things that we think are cool is like, why do we think these things are cool?
Yeah,
because we admire what, and probably is like
why you think this is fashion, why you think this is beautiful.
Yes, this is beautiful. It's because a celebrity wears it, or is you because really think like is good because of the message, goes bad. Yes, and I see many people wearing things like have certain kind of meanings because they come from, for example, Black culture, or they come from Latino culture. But when they come here so far to Taiwan, people doesn't look as something that have a meaning in culture, but something that look cool. Is just the trend. Yes, and this trend may changing a lot. And is not to say like people should wear whatever they want. Of course, we are all free to use whatever we want. But the thing is like everything we wear, they have a message to the people around. So my thing is like, if you wear in certain style, or if you like certain kind of thing and you show it in your outside, some people are going to notice. Or maybe if you don't know what you are wearing, some people may get the wrong message about you. Yes, and things like, for example, many of my students, they like basketball, or like they like Black culture, but they don't know. They want to wear it, like I see some of my students.
It's cool, but or beautiful, but they don't really know the meaning of those patterns, symbols.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So why those people are wearing this is not just because the player thing is cool and is the trend. No, because especially in Black culture, everything they wear have a certain kind of meaning.
Yeah,
but the message is never translated in the same way to people around the world. So this is how the message of an original culture, or people that are in a marginalized, or maybe are in a minority, cannot get the message go through to another cultures to appreciate in a 100% way. because one thing is to appreciate, another thing is to wear it, and not being aware about the message you are telling to the people around you.
Okay, Maria, we have like not much time left, but I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Of course.
Okay, so the first question is I wanted to ask you about what you are focused on your art and what's your next step. What are you looking for? And another question is, because we are an educational focused podcast, so I also wanted to ask you about when you look back your life until now, what do you think the most important part of the education that you receive? And when you are training students, you are teaching students, or how you think, what do you think is the most important thing in education in your perspective?
Okay. Like answering the first part, like what is the most important thing I think about education is...
No, you have to answer about your focus on art.
My focus on art. Okay, my focus on art.
My
ideas, and my focus,
your desire of what you are going to do.
Okay, where I'm going my desire about what I'm going to do. I like being a teacher, and I find enrichment in it. And my next step is I would like to get more known by the Taiwanese, the local public, but it's also my mission, no, to be more active and to try to enter different or to assist different places to get my art being known, even if I know my topics are not very not appreciated, but they are not the popular thing, you know. It's not the cute stuff, it's not the easy to like kind of stuff. So my goal is to be more persistent into that stuff and to maybe introduce myself into the Taiwanese circuits.
Okay.
Yes, to interact more with local artists.
How about tattoo?
Okay, like I really like being a
tattoo artist.
Yes, is one of my steps, but I need to get to know a tattoo master, someone who have the patience to teach me or to open a little bit of this window to
but get into tattoo as also one of your goals, right?
Yes. Okay. In the future in Taiwan, yes, I would like to be, because here we have all the traditional Asian tattoo culture, and it should be really interesting to enter.
Okay, yeah, Maria is actually very introvert person, but I think if anyone wanted to connect her through art and or have any, because she actually, it's for sure you're a person that think deeply and you know what you are doing, and know you are very hardworking and deeply devoted into art. So I think you are a good person, a good option for people who actually wanted to talk about art.
I can talk about art by hours and hours.
Yeah. So anyway, after I upload this episode, I will have your link below, and people can look at your art.
Oh yes.
Okay, so the last part. Let's talk about education.
Yes. So the thing about education, I think, is my answer. Or after being a teacher here, I think, to be an integral person, we need to check humanities and science, like all the things that are logical, but also the feelings too. Because many students that go only through, I don't know, STEM paths like science and technology, or to want to be an engineer, etc., etc. All these people that are really smart, regularly the schools reject all the humanities stuff, like social studies or psychology or history, all the humanities. The schools regularly don't let the students take this side, and is the other way back. People that are, as me, really into humanities, regularly schools tend to make us reject the other parts, like science and technology and etc. So I believe to be a complete person in education is like to get these two worlds together in everyone. Like if I am more into humanities, I need to learn more and appreciate more the technology and science and this kind of stuff, and these people as well, because right now being an engineer and being part of these high tech companies like Google, Meta, to be working for TSMC, all these big tech companies,
coding,
AI. Exactly. But if these people is the one who are getting more and more important, doesn't get ethics and doesn't get humanities into their knowledge, into their education, it's going to be very difficult to this kind of science and technology have a focus on people and not focus just because we want to get more and more and more things without a real usage or without a real purpose. Yes, and the other way back too. Like art without having working hand to hand with technology and science is like also useless, because technology is part of us, whether we like it or not. Yes, this is
so
my
you
focus.
think it's very important.
Yes,
for people to understand each other.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yes, it's not to reject science and technology, and it's not to reject humanities as something that we don't need. Both parts is extremely important for all of us.
Yeah, when people have more like a wide perspective,
yes,
can help in many ways, right?
Okay. Yes, this is my thought. Like, yes, because if we reject one of the two sides, we are rejecting part of what is going on. Yes, because if we are really into AI or really into algorithms, that is the thing right now. But we don't have the vision to see how this is affecting us as people, my feelings, my self-esteem, my mental health, etc., etc.
Do you also try to encourage your students to find their passion in life? Because, for example, you are very clear about you like art, you want to be an artist, you are so determined, and it seems your passion help you a lot, right? Like you have a clear focus in your life and you have a very strong motivation to work on. So do you think passion is something that you think is very important too?
I think like... I know people, I know students that have no actual hobbies. And I'm not saying this is bad, because people sometimes just doesn't know when to focus. It's really difficult for some people to find something that they love to do. So the thing is like to get sure like this person maybe have no real passion towards anything, to at least feel a place where this person feels comfortable and safe, even if he's not super passionate about it. Maybe it's a safe place to stay and try different things. The thing is like we can make this student or this person to try different things, or to be able to express himself or herself freely into not having passion, but like to encourage the seeking for this passion or this new to find this perspective of finding this passion.
And you see, you're very clear about what you wanted to do, and you seldom doubt about this. And even society might have a lot of ideas about, oh, artists might be poor, artist is not a profitable job, but you are still have a very strong. Yeah, it seems you always have that kind of like a faith.
Right? Yes, but the thing is like, I think at least from things that never you are told when you are children that like art is about the money thing. Is like many people have this belief, or okay, I'm going to work into this, I don't know, animation studio, or I'm going to learn arts to make video games. That is a big profitable industries,
Yeah.
but never told you about like, okay, if you enter this industry, you're probably gonna be exploited as a worker. Yes, like having no free time to do your stuff. But it's like people that are really passionate, are really into not only art but humanities in general, like philosophy, history, all these kind of careers.
Writing,
yes, exactly.
literature.
Literature, all of these careers. The passion gains over the money many times.
Yeah.
All the people that after graduation, people realize many. Of course, there are exceptions, but if the people go through and still passionate after graduation, really we all figure out like we don't really care too much about the money as long as we get peace of mind, like not to be rich, but as long as my job, as long as
they
the money
happy,
again is to make me in a stable state of mind, or I'm stable economically, I'm just gonna be fine. I don't need to have a big house. I don't need to have riches.
I was studying theater department, and my classmates, some of them after graduation, they start to feel like they should do something that society thinks is a good job. So some of my classmates try to work in a bank or work to like sell houses like that. And after a while, they all got back to theater. They feel like, I only feel really into theater and I'm happy as an actress. So they are back. Even they have some struggle about money, but they will figure out that part.
Yes, because when your passion goes into artistry, like money is a secondary thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's like, yes, artists or arts in general is not something that people appreciate, but society take, as I said, is like people only use art as an entertainment to get relaxed, and people believe like relaxation is not something that you need to pay for. Right, like it's only to pay your subscription of Netflix, but it's a really small fee, but it's not supporting all the people that work into it, right? So
but I think art is really important for people about creativity. Like I think it's something like something related to soul, like something very deep about your emotions.
Yes, exactly.
Expressions.
And we as humans, we underestimate the power of feelings, because power of feelings, like if we take it into a really big thing, like people who have strong feelings and are the leaders of the world, and whatever, if the feelings are good or bad, this strong desire for feel things or to being validated, or like this kind of strong anger feelings right now is like the make the world change to one side or to the other side, and really is the power of feelings that make people in power get decisions, not only for us to be small artists or smart people that are doing small things into our communities, but also the people that are up there, that also they are humans too, and they consume entertainment too, and they get a lot of feelings and they take decisions regarding those feelings.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
So do you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
Like to finish, I think I have my biggest desire right now is to really make some impact in people, and to generate not in a big scale, because I'm aware of my own capabilities with the art style I want to do, but as long as I get some people touch and I get to feel in harmony with the people around me, to get a good community around me, or to serve to my small community, not only here but also in my own country, to keep the connection with people, I think is okay, because I want to stay in this country for a long time too. I think my love for Taiwan and Taiwanese culture has grown up like gradually, year by year.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm really, really glad to live here.
Okay, so I'll try to finish the talk here. And
Okay.
Maria, she can do a lot of things. Yeah, so she actually teaches Spanish.
Yes.
And yeah, if you need Spanish teacher here, and also she makes really, really good coffee.
Okay, yes.
So every time we have some meetup like gatherings, we really enjoy her coffee.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so you've been like teaching in school, sharing in school, so you can share about Colombia, you can share about art, and also you have your paintings, a lot of things. So I think Maria you are like someone that should be known by more people.
Thank you.
You're shy, but I hope this episode will help you to reach out some people who like what you are sharing and like your style. And I hope so.
Yes, also like this is my second or my secret part of me, like is coffee, like being a coffee expert and have a lot of experience about it. So yes, I'm always super happy to talk about coffee hours and hours and hours and hours. And yes,
also music.
Yes, music too. Music. Yes, so yes, and everything is connected about art, because also being coffee is as like a small part of art, is making good coffee. All the nuances about it is like also a work of art by itself. Yes, everything for me is connected to art. And so yes, Spanish too.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we're going to stop here, but I hope that Maria can have more, how to say, like, I hope your art and yourself, you can connect it to more people in Taiwan, since you really love here and you've been here for a while. Quite a long time. And you also, actually, she can speak Chinese, not super like fluently, but actually daily conversations, so it's okay.
And I'm trying to, one of my goals for this year is to improve more my Chinese. I'm starting to get my books back with me.
You can ask her for Spanish class, for sharing, for coffee, for a lot of things. And you can look at her art on the link below.
Thank you.
So I thank you, Maria. I know you are very shy, but thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me and giving me this small window of your platform to share a little bit about my thoughts about art and education and Taiwanese culture in general, and how we foreigners tend to interact with it. And yes, and
you're welcome.
Thank you very much. And thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice to have Colombian friend here.
Thank you. It's really nice to have you as a friend.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sissy. Sunny, I love you.
Oh my God.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The end.